in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cardinals will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will go to work first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run for it. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Dropping back, it's Watson. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these end routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Hokies send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators or defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with it.
Strong, firm tackle. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Handoff from the shotgun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Rushes on him. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down. The 5. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the tight end in motion. It's a draw. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that 1st down marker. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if...
Turning it on! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys...
Wide open spaces. At the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Syracuse is going to walk off the field there inside the dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And the Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. The Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Got it near midfield. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Throws for the tight end. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. Got a man. It's Wiggins. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Adams. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They'll ride the hot hand. He's going for the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him with that last play. Now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hunt. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Complete in the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinals!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to pass. It's Watson. Finds his tight end. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Keith. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
Catch in the middle. It's Heath.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
And the Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They just keep firing. Makes the catch. It's Adams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That's a really good-looking run there. And you think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
And the Hokies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over Temple. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll bring it out. It's Hunt. stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game,
Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
and after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Cardinals are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. And the Cardinals started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye.
Look, got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. 14. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Back to pass, it's Watson. Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, You want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Adams. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The Hokies come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He's got the tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get them to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Hokies will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Hunt. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of...
Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Cardinals will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it out fast. Some really tough running there. Gets him to the 45-yard line. And the Cardinals come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. He'll keep it himself. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 24 over Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Give to the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Hokies will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The give to Davis. Makes one man miss. Just keeps moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Cardinals headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Right on the money. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Fighting off the defender. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Cardinals come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time, the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Quickly to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man in the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. He'll do it himself. Quick step and go. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Illegal blocking.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Cardinals, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Running it to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nice move there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on third down? Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck, no holes anywhere.
Dropping back, it's Watson. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. Looks it in at the 40. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Cardinals want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be a draw. Finds a little space. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Cardinals have their offense in high gear.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Got his man quickly. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Hauls it in. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they moved out front here in the fourth. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw, it's Watson. He's going to fire deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, I tell you what, these big-body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
He can't make the catch, and over the middle of the field, sometimes you hear those footsteps. It's third down.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn to try to think about getting upfield. They just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He'll return it. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wants to throw. It's Watson. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
That's caught. It's Adams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
With the catch, it's Wiggins. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throws to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll try to power their way ahead. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Finds his man. It's Cuber.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on third down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on third down, too. Too big for DBs to cover, too fast for linebackers to cover. That guy's a weapon.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Slips through the line. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. First play of the drive comes from the 38. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his tight end. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Fires to the big fella. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Here comes the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. And it's no good. He missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime.
Come on, set. Go.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. If he houses this, it's ball game. Got room on the return. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They must protect the football here. They're already well within range of a game-winning field goal attempt. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. On the ground. He got it in. And walk-off touchdown in overtime.
Game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run it in the end zone, and end the football game.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.